got to make the call.
Hey guys, what is up? Mike here. Today I've got a new advanced tutorial for you guys. This is the first one of this type in After Effects. I'm not going to really be doing advanced tutorials in Sony Vegas as it's sort of hard to do because there's nothing really advanced to do in Vegas. So we're going to import a clip here. I'm just going to import a 59.94 FPS, which is the full frames per second. You need 60 FPS in other words for a clip. And it is my own recorded clip, so that's good. So it's a raw clip, in other words. And all we're going to do is we're going to add a couple, we're going to drag this in. So we got our composition right here. Cool, that's easy. Crop out the edges here. Why not? Alright, edges cropped out. Now what we're going to do is we are going to cut it by finding where we want. So I get the kill cam, and I want that part to be this effect, which is the Digi Effects Damage effect with Twixtor. So we're just going to drag that over. Cut it like that. By the way, I'm viewing in the all panel, so if it's looking sort of weird to the average After Effects user, that would be why. So I'm just gonna sort of cut this, guys, to my liking, if that makes sense to you, and then zoom it in. If you guys don't know how to do this in After Effects, you should watch some basic tutorials because, I mean, I could do those if you want me to, but. Alright, so right now we got basically just our clip. And it's just a clip. So what you want to do is go to New, Adjustment Layer. Make sure it's above the actual clip here. And go to Effect. Make sure your adjustment layer is affected. Go to Effect, or selected and go to Effect. You need Twixtor for After Effects. Change your frame rate to whatever it is. You really want 59.94 to get that smooth Twixtor, and make sure you select upper field first. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keyframe it by dropping this down. Now if you don't know how to do this, you should probably look it up, but I'm going to do it anyways real fast here by just keyframing the speed simply, which is not hard at all. And I'm going to keyframe it so that alright, when he looks up, just as he's looking up, I'm going to go frame by frame. I don't know why it's flashing red, it's pissing me off, so I'm just going to go frame by frame. Alright. So just as he's looked here, the second he started looking here, the second before, the frame before, I'm going to go all the way in and create a keyframe by clicking this. And then the second he stops looking up and starts looking left or right, I'm going to change it down to 18 now. I've selected 18 before. You guys may have to fool around with yours and figure out how long it takes. Mine works ideally with 18. Now what I'm going to do is, this red is really annoying, is it not? Well, for me it is. I don't know about you guys, because you guys don't have to. Right before he takes a shot, I am going to stop the Twixtor. So let me just go back there. I'm going to actually just take this and drag it over. That looks like it's after the shot. I don't know. There's the shot. So we're going to go a couple frames before the shot, and we are going to zoom all the way in, and we are going to press this keyframe again so it makes a keyframe, and then the next frame over we're going to change it back to 100% speed. Alright, so now that our Twixtor is done, that's all jolly and good, and we're going to go and do another adjustment layer. And on this adjustment layer, we are going to get our Digi Effect Damage. Now you guys are going to need to buy this from Digi Effects, or yeah, whatever you do. I don't know what you guys like to do. And change the operation type to shifter, and it's going to make these shifts. Now these default settings are actually pretty good for me. I'm going to turn down the freezing a little bit, and average duration maybe up a little bit, frequency up a little bit. There, I like that effect. That's working for me. If you guys can see the glitchy sort of effect. If you can't, now you can. I mean, there you go. I'm going to turn mine down again. Alright, so we got what I like. I want my shifts, maybe the duration a little bit longer so it's not like jumping around really fast. I'd do like a 47 there. That looks good. And then that looks good. Maybe the amount down a little, 32, 29 works. Alright, and what I want to do with this is, basically, guys, what you want to do is turn off the effect. Now, what you want to do is just make sure your second adjustment layer is selected and click the pen tool here. And we are going to outline the gun. And it doesn't have to be accurate at all for this. It doesn't actually matter. I'm not just doing it for the sake of time at all or anything. it actually does not matter. And it doesn't matter when you mask it. It's not like it's going to keyframe the mask or anything, so you're good. So you just outline the gun. I outlined it like that. And I'm going to check DigiEffects damage. Now you'll notice DigiEffects damage is only on the gun. Now, if you want to switch it around so it's on the outside of the gun, very easy. Go to masks and select the inverted. And there you go. Now that looks sort of cut up. As you can see, that's a sharp mask. If you want to fix that, just drop down on the mask and change the feather up. So that way it'll sort of blend into the gun and stop around it. Now that was a high feather. That was a really high feather. And it's still too high. It's running into the gun. But that gives you that doesn't give you the sharp effect, and it still does your DigiEffects damage, which is what you want. So if we go back to, say here, it's DigiEffecting all around except for the gun. Or if you really wanted to, I mean, you could just invert it, uncheck the invert, and it could be only the gun. I'm going to do only the gun for the sake of this tutorial. Actually, we'll do everything else besides the gun, because I like that. Alright, and that's basically it, guys. If you want to add a color correction because you haven't already, all you can do is new adjustment layer, and make sure it's selected, and go to Effect, Color Correction, and choose one of these. I don't know what you use in After Effects for color correcting. I don't like to color correct in After Effects at all, and I literally mean like at all, so I'm just going to use curves here, and you can give it whatever you guys want. That was harsh. That was bad. I mean, that's a terrible color correction, guys, but you guys see how fast I can do this. Alright, I like that, guys. So that's a color correction we just slapped on there. And you're pretty much done, guys. Now what you got to do, though, there's one last thing you got to do, and that is with DigiEffects damage. You want it to end when the Twixtor ends, and you want it to start when the Twixtor starts. And that's not happening right now. So just what you want to do is drop down your second adjustment layer, go to Effects, DigiEffects damage, and at the same time, what you want to do is drop down your first adjustment layer. So you're getting your Twixtor coordinates, if that makes sense, if that's what you get, if you get that. And we're going to zoom in here, and we're going to see our two Twixtor coordinates, which are right here. So let's just do that now. Why is there a first keyframe here? That's interesting. Let's go to that. Well, we're going to drop this down and see. Alright, that's at 100. We're good. Alright, what you want to do is go to your first set of Twixtor two things. The one where it's on 0, and you want to scroll up. Well, I don't really have to do that, to adjustment layer, and you want to make sure that your artifacting is 0. But firstly, I'm going to go to the second one and keyframe these all, so I don't have to do it again, because I like those values. We've already found those values. And then go back one to the first thing of the Twixtor and make it 0. So it turns on when the Twixtor starts, as you can see there. And then what you want to do is go to the second set of keyframes by just clicking above and then zooming in and hoping you get near it, which I did. And you want to click these, so keyframes all there. Very nice. And then you want to go back to where the Twixtor ends frame, the Twixtor's end frame, and you want to set it all to 0. And well, that's basically it, guys. I mean, I think I forgot to set the freezing, to keyframe the freezing. No, the freezing is on 0. We're good. And that's basically it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This has been my first advanced tutorial, and it's actually a really nice tutorial on how to do this effect you see commonly. Alright, guys, this has been FluffeyHD. Please like and subscribe if this tutorial helped you out, and